Alrighty, we are now. Does this look freshly washed? Have I heard? Yeah. we elected.
Clean.
Yeah, we elected today. We wanted to be in Ottawa for July 1st, but when we looked at Ottawa proper, it was going to cost us $250 a night to stay there, and so we ended up getting a bed and breakfast for less than $100 a night. But it's outside of Ottawa. It's in a place called Orleans, about 20K, did you say, from Ottawa?
20K from downtown.
20K from downtown.
So it's 25 minutes.
Yeah, so the day was just basically getting here. I don't know how much interesting story there is to tell about that, but I'll try my best.
Well, it was beautiful going through the Laurentians.
It was absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Great roads.
my GoPro is dead all day, so you won't see it, but it was really beautiful.
Nice.
It was amazing. Mountains with mistiness on the top that I think was mistiness, and just real deep green. It was really nice, and in fact that whole area was really cool.
If it wasn't for the bugs, we might go back there sometime.
Yeah, once the bug spray was on, they were even managed. But yeah. So anyway, we came all the way here into our B&B, and it's a nice downstairs apartment, lots of space, clean, really great. Joy's place. Thank you, Joy. We really got the chance to have a shower, feel clean. We actually feel clean now. We're going to go out for dinner because really all we had was breakfast at 11 on the way. So we're going to have a little bit of dinner and just sort of not do too much tonight, I don't think. We're going to look for a Canada shirt to wear tomorrow. So after dinner, there's a mall somewhere around that way, a couple minutes. So we're going to go there and shop around a little bit. And then we're going back to the Airbnb where we've got the nice queen bed, not a tent, a bed. And we're going to enjoy that. So that's cool. And we're spending 2 nights here. So yeah, tomorrow will be Ottawa. We'll tell you more about what we do in Ottawa on tomorrow's episode. So.
July 1st in Ottawa, finally. We've talked about that for years.
Yeah, it seems right for a freaking Canadian.
And it just happened that the timing was perfect. We
Yeah.
thought we were going to be here way too early, but then we got delayed a few times.
Yeah, at one point we thought about it would be good to be in Ottawa, but then we kind of thrown out the idea because it was just, we'll be coming through too soon.
Early. Yeah.
But then we got delayed for various reasons, and it just sort of clicked, and so we said, okay, meant to be. We'll go with it. Cool. All right, so that's it for today. We will be back to you tomorrow with more exciting adventures of 2 crazy half middle-aged people. So Susan and I have found ourselves spending the evening in some various locations. I think this is the first time on this Odyssey we've ended up smack dab in the middle of a subdivision. Suburbia. We are in suburbia. And we're not whining about it because we've got a nice basement with lots of room and clean, and it's nice. So, hey, here's to a little, and there's the, let me give you here's to a little suburbia now and then. We're trying to get the movie to focus, it's not cooperating. There we go. You're stupid. Hey, so we woke up in Joy's place, really nice place, really enjoyed it, and you can't see my face, so there we go. And we're just heading out. We're gonna go see the cemetery where my dad is, and then we're gonna head downtown and see what kind of trouble we can get into today. But we almost got into trouble already because last night when we came back, we decided just to walk around the neighborhood and kind of see the subdivision a little bit. And so we just put our helmets on our bikes and walked around a bit. And then when we came back, apparently Sue forgot to get her helmet, fix her helmet. And so she just realized she didn't have it, and then she went out and thought she had it on her handlebars, and it wasn't on her handlebars, and we were sure for a brief period of time that Sue had no helmet, and that would have been a major issue. I don't even know how we would have got her to and all the motorcycle places would have been closed. And
helmets and gloves.
So at any rate, she then realized that maybe she put it on the foot peg and went back out, and it is a foot peg. You want to open the door? So we found it.
It's draining.
There it is. nice and wet after a night out on the motorbike, but at least we got it. It's there. The gloves are there too. And so, hey, while we're here, let's just shoot the beasts in the subdivision. So already a little drama to start the day, but luckily it's worked out mostly all right, except now Sue gets to put on a nice soggy helmet to ride to the cemetery.
It's wet everywhere.
Never a dull moment with us, is there? Fun.
Oh,
You want to do a
I got a
piece
helmet.
nonetheless? All right, so we're here at Beechwood Cemetery in Ottawa, and this is a very honorable place, I guess, to be buried. I know Dad felt it an honor to be asked. No, we're still looking around a little bit. It always takes us a while to find exactly where we're going. But you know, I taught a course a few years ago on memory, and when I ended it, I said our memories allow us to keep people alive, even when they're no longer alive. And you know, both Sue and my father served in the military. I don't know, do you want to tell a story about your dad or two? Because you know, when we tell stories, we kind of keep them alive. And any story you'd like to tell about your dad?
Well, my dad lied his age and went into the Navy at a very young age.
Like 16 or 17.
17.
Yeah.
And he served on the, I can't remember the name of it, but they did the run into and delivered goods to the Russian troops.
Yeah.
Russians.
Yeah, behind the lines.
Romance run, they used to call it.
Yeah. When the Nazis were sort of had the Russians trapped, the Canadians brought supplies to the Russians, and her dad was a big part of that. And actually got a medal.
Got a medal for it years later.
Yeah.
The Russian government gave all the Canadians that served on that medals.
So this is what you think over here, right?
Yeah, it's over here.
So yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of Sue's dad as well. We had a couple of late nights having a rum or two and telling stories, and you know, we miss him very much. And my dad as well. You know, my dad was a first of all, I mean, he and Mom were teenagers in Holland during the occupation, and they both became very pro-Canadian.
Good morning.
Hello. They both became very pro-Canadian, as many Dutch people are, just by the way the Dutch liberated Canada. This doesn't look quite right either. Okay.
Well, I don't know if we came in this way, but...
Okay, let's try. It's okay, we'll wander around a bit.
But it's definitely these.
Yeah.
Is there something down the middle of those?
So, you know, as far as memories, happy memories of my dad, I've got many. But, you know, the one thing I'll say is he always was looking out for others. Like, he helped a lot of veterans get their insurance benefits and various other things. And he ultimately started the NATO. He noticed that NATO veterans, there wasn't any organization for them. And so he started the NATO Veterans Organization, which is now thriving. And I think that's why he was actually given the honor of being allowed to be buried here, which he really liked. And so it's a little tricky because he's in Ottawa and none of the rest of the family are. So yeah, when we get a chance, we like to come and pay our respects. All right, we're here. We made it to Ottawa Centre during the celebration.
July 1st?
Just got here. So far, so good. Lots of people out here. It's a busy looking spot. We're in the front of the area where you got to go through a long line to get in, which is back there. And that's where the music and such is facing. We're just kind of scoping out the area right now, figuring out what we're going to do. So, yeah, anyway, we're here.
Down the street. We just can't go view the parlor building. I think that's what the lineup is for.
Okay, could be. Anyway, we're going to just
We'll
sort things out. By the way, there is a little bit of haze in the air quality advisory.
Ooh, forgot about that.
Yeah, smoke is here.
Look,
Smoke is here.
in.
Not a lot of, I don't see a lot of masks or anything. So people are just going on, keep it on, I guess. All right, right here for now. All
Alrighty, so we're still downtown Ottawa, but we may, we've kind of decided we're going to slowly move towards our bikes and go back towards Orleans. Honestly, partly to go back inside because, you know, with all this wildfire smoke, it just doesn't, we're going to be stuck in it for the next 2 days riding anyway, and we kind of feel like we should be safe also. And
they're calling for thunderstorms.
Yeah.
They're starting around 3, scattered thunderstorms.
yeah, rain and thunderstorms. We have our bikes here, so we're gonna go to our bikes. We're gonna hop on them and go back to Orleans. Maybe watch some Formula One, and maybe see some fireworks Orleans style rather than downtown style. But we feel like we got the vibe of it. It's been kind of fun here. So yeah, otherwise it was alright. Hey, we are back in our subdivision. and smart that we came back.
Home for the night.
Yeah, there was some, it wasn't really that nasty weather that we experienced here, but certainly on the radar, this area had really nasty thunderstorms and the chance of tornadoes. So we got warnings on our phone to take cover and yada yada. So smart that we came back at least. This has really rained on the Canada Day festivities a little bit. Because there's still a chance of more thunderstorms coming through, severe. So I think everyone's kind of trying to figure out what to do fireworks-wise and stuff. But I think we were smart to come back here. We got to feel the Canada Day vibe, and turns out there's a restaurant within about 2K of where we are, so we're just going to wander over there and wander back and just stay on foot and try to dodge the rain, and then be ready to take off again tomorrow. Only 2 days to home. 2 sleeps and we'll be home, and you know, after living
hopefully there's scattered thunderstorm watch tomorrow too, so we have to be.
One thing we learned is don't bank on anything too much, because we're kind of like pinballs, you know, you get hit by a paddle and you go a different direction, and that's just how this trip has gone. So but we are really looking forward to, you know, we've really lived this transient life for how long?
5.5 weeks.
5.5 weeks, and it is
4.5 weeks. I'm not sure.
It's
4.5.
It's you can't. I don't think you can put into words how it kind of. I don't know. You feel a little like you've got no anchors, and you're just drifting wherever. A month yesterday.
Yeah, we left on May 30th.
So it'll be good to kind of get back to our home base, and I know our home's going to feel ridiculously large, even though it's not that large. It's going to feel really large and really comfortable. We have a bathtub that's I can't wait to get into a bathtub. So at any rate, things are still going well. Canada Day's been interesting.
And watch the Formula One at home next weekend. Yes,
we watched some Formula One while the rain was going on. We watched the sprint race and stuff, and Max Verstappen wins everything again.
Max.
So
and Lance did well.
Yeah, and Lance did well. Lance did fourth in the sprint, and then hopefully he'll do well again tomorrow. So yep, everything going well. That's what we're up to tonight, and starting to look ahead towards being home, and then of course beyond that towards the second half of Canada. But I have to be honest, I think we're kind of blocking that for a little bit right now. We just got to get home, recuperated.
We need a few
cleaned
days.
up, our bikes cleaned up, our bikes serviced, and we're gonna wait till there's decent weather forecast before we launch, because we've had so much rain. We just need some good days of riding, so we have the opportunity to decide when we launch again, and we'll try to pick a window of decent weather. So yeah, that's it.